The 8th of March 2017. Sergi Roberto provided the finishing touch to the greatest second-leg comeback in Champions League history. The Nou Camp has been the stage for many a memorable night. But for its resident Barcelona, few have been better than when they overcame a 4-0 deficit to Paris Saint-Germain from the first leg of their round of 16 clash, with a 6-1 home win in the second leg to progress to the quarter-finals.
What happened yesterday cannot be explained with words. It is a sensation you only experience once in your lifetime.
It captured the imagination of the press. Mundo Deportivo called them heroes. Sport labelled them legends, while Marca said Barca had reached their highest point, their apotheosis. While Gerard Piqué stood mere yards from Roberto as he applied the finishing touch, believed it to be miraculous.
Sometimes miracles occur, mainly when you persist until the end. I think this is a life lesson.
As Roberto stretched, Luis Suarez was in as much disbelief as anyone else there. He celebrated as passionately as anyone else there, and had as much of a reason to be called a hero as anyone else there, having started cutting into Barca's deficit with a goal inside 3 minutes. Suarez, whose career Barca had breathed new life into, signing him for 81 million euros, despite the Uruguayan serving a 4-month ban for biting Giorgio Chiellini at the 2014 World Cup, summed up the desperation in Barcelona's performance.
We ran innumerable risks. It isn't possible to run more risks than we did today.
It was a low-percentage ball that Suarez played to turn PSG's backline around, for Andres Iniesta to force the own goal from Layvin Kurzawa for Barca's second. And he was the chief remonstrator to the referee, gesticulating wildly as Neymar was upended, resulting in Lionel Messi bagging the third from the penalty spot. But Barca didn't have it all their own way that night.
This has been the script of a horror movie. I wouldn't even say a thriller, but a sheer horror one.
As one of their torturers at the Parc des Princes, Edinson Cavani, French football's record transfer at 64.5 million euros, who went on to become PSG's record scorer, got a vital away goal in the 62nd minute, leaving Barca without hope and just 28 minutes to score another 3.
To be able to reverse a knockout round result, not just once, but twice during the same game, is something astonishing, practically unreachable.
It was astonishing, but 3-1 was also where things turned controversial, with numerous second-half moments making it into a PSG dossier sent to UEFA, complaining about German referee Deniz Aytekin.
You can't control the referee's decisions. They contributed to it. If the decisions are wrong for you, you can lose, which is what happened.
UEFA seemed to agree. While he avoided suspension, Aytekin didn't officiate a major European tie again. Because while PSG could have no complaints about the awarding of the free kick that produced a moment of wizardry from Neymar, expertly curling in a right-footed free kick for Barca's fourth in the 88th minute, there were clear and obvious reservations for his second and Barca's fifth from the penalty spot. As to win it, general consensus was that Luis Suarez dived to con the officials, an act he had actually been booked for just 23 minutes earlier. But he wasn't the only one, as Barca's players threw themselves to the floor with such desperation it was comical. FIFA president Gianni Infantino even referenced that 91st minute penalty the following day. as he looked to a future with video assistant referees. Though it would take another 2 years for the technology to be introduced.
Whenever you have the feeling you've seen everything, something else comes that you have never seen before. So it's just amazing and incredible. VAR will be there in future, hopefully, to correct clear mistakes of the referee. Now, in this case, I don't know whether it was a clear mistake or not, but in future, when there are clear mistakes, this will be corrected.
Of course, Barca weren't done there, with Neymar in the middle of 7 minutes of genius that would define his career. Waiting the perfect pass over the top for Roberto in the 5th and final minutes of stoppage time, sparking the celebrations, and for some, proving himself to be teammate Lionel Messi's heir. It was an opinion shared by PSG, as 5 months later, Neymar strutted out at a new home, the Parc des Princes, after Les Parisiens had more than doubled the world transfer record, buying him for €222 million, hoping he could repeat the feats of that fateful night.
PSG have never won a Champions League, and with Neymar, they have a good chance. There, he could become the best in the world, because he will have the responsibility to lead the team to a final and win the Champions League.
Though Neymar became PSG's future, goalkeeper Kevin Trapp became their past. Having shipped 6 goals, he ended up the villain. This, his last ever Champions League appearance for PSG. While with his 95th minute strike, Sergi Roberto was perhaps Barca's most unlikely hero, considering it was just the 6th goal the fullback had scored in 7 seasons with them. Without it though, Barcelona would never have completed the comeback, now known as La Remontada.
Thanks for watching. For more great content on all things football, make sure you hit the subscribe button.